Hello, everybody. Welcome back Inside Pitch by Inside Sports Games designed by Chris Davis. We are on the 11th of July, 1980. We have the St. Louis Cardinals visiting the Montreal Expos. The Cardinals come in at 38 and 43. The Expos come in at 40 and 38. For the Cardinals, we have Gary Templeton, shortstop, batting first. Leon Durham, right field, batting second. Keith Hernandez, first base, batting third. Ted Simmons, catching, batting fourth. George Hendricks, center field, batting fifth. Terry Kennedy, left field, batting sixth. Ken Reitz, third base, batting seventh. Ken Oberkfell, second base, batting eighth. And Pete Vukovich on the mound, batting ninth. They will be facing Steve Rogers, who has pitched 145 innings, has a win-loss record of 7-6, an ERA of 2.42, and opponents batting against him at 2.237. For the Expos, we have Ron LaFleur, left field, batting first. Rodney Scott, second base, batting second. Andre Dawson, center field, batting third. Gary Carter, catching, batting fourth. Warren Cromartie, first base, batting fifth. Larry Parrish, third base, batting sixth. Ellis Valentine, right field, batting seventh. Chris Spire, shortstop, batting eighth. And Steve Rogers on the mound and batting ninth. They will be facing Pete Vukovich, who has pitched 127 innings. His win-loss record is 7-5, ERA of 2.97, and opponents batting against him at a clip of .237. Get this out of the way. I'll take care of that off camera, and we'll go to my helper, starting out with Rogers against Templeton. Templeton comes in batting 306 in my replay. The pitch to him, 65. Possible strikeout. Roll one. Batter's card 19 is too high. Batter's card 26. S4. Templeton leads off the game with a single through the second baseman into right field. Check for strategy with Templeton. We get a hit and run. Durham up. Durham's batting 289. Pitch to Durham, 36. Blank space. Batter's card 15. F8. Flies out to center field, one down. Brings up Keith Hernandez, batting 325. Strategy roll for Templeton. Possible pickoff. We roll a 10. That's too high for anything there. We're going to roll for the pitch. 26 is a walk plus against the lefty. He is a lefty. Roll for that, and that is, surprise, surprise, a walk. 2-1, one out. Steve Rogers is starting off a little shaky today. Ted Simmons comes up batting 320 with 2-1, one out. Strategy roll says nothing. Pitch to Simmons, 52. Possible wild pitch. We have a 15. Too high for anything there. We re-roll 54. S1, but he's not tired, so we go to the batter's card 61. Star line 3 is an F8. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to attempt him. Sorry about that. Brain dead here all of a sudden. Going to third base on the fly. Trying to draw up my ballpark real quick, which I should have had ready. But I am definitely an imperfect host here. F8, second to third is a -2, -3 for Dawson. He would have needed a 1. I will not even take the chance risking him getting thrown out. It's going to be a fly ball to center field. No advance on the fly out. And that's going to be the second out. And that's going to bring up George Hendrick, who is batting 322 on the season. No strategy roll with 2 outs. Pitch to Hendrick. 44 is a blank space. Batter's card 16. G5 out 5-3. And Rogers managed to get himself out of that situation with no harm done. Brings up Ron LaFleur. Ron LaFleur is batting 238. He has, when he gets on base, 68 stolen bases already. He only walked 18 times, so he's making the best of his time on bases, so he's batting well below his season average in real life. Pitch to LaFleur from Vukovich. 52. Possible walk. And he does walk. I just said about him not walking much, and here he is on base. Going to check strategy. I will not be surprised if he rolls a steal, and he does. He's going to be off to the races. 17. -2 is a 15. -0 is a 15. We roll. Oh, 18. Rod LaFleur is out caught trying to steal. Wow. Caught stealing second. One down. Rodney Scott comes up batting 218. Pitch to Scott is a 55. Possible walk for him. He walks. Wow, all that, and he could have had the free base anyway. 2 walks to start off the day for Vukovic. He's only had 27 walks so far, and he's got 2 of them here with his first 2 batters. Andre Dawson, 293 for the season so far. We roll strategy. Nothing going for Scott. Pitch 54. Walk plus against lefties, but he's a righty, so we go to the batter's card 64. We got a question mark 8 with an 11 against the right-handed pitcher is a triple, and we had the game's first run, and it could have been 2 runs if LaFleur had not been caught stealing. But woulda, shoulda, coulda, didn't. Vukovic finds himself down 1, nobody out, well, 1 out, and a runner on third for Gary Carter. Carter's batting .313, well above his season average. Strategy roll, I do not try to steal going home, so that's just out of the question. I roll it anyway just in case there's a pickoff attempt or something, but there isn't. So we're just going to roll normally 35, possible strikeout for Carter. He does strike out. Vukovic trying to strand the runner on third here. Warren Cromartie comes up at 291. He's right around where he was in real life. Pitch to him, 56, is a wild pitch possibility with a 2. That is a wild pitch, and Dawson comes home on the errant offering. That will make it a 2-0 game with Cromartie up, nobody on. Pitch to Cromartie, 52, possible walk. Gets his 3rd walk of the day. Holy crap. Uncharacteristically not in control of his pitches so far. And Vukovic has now had his 3rd walk, 4th base runner. He's behind 2-0, 2 out. Larry Parrish coming up at 248. Pitch to him, 36. Blank space, batter's card, 56. G4 out, 4-3. Gets out of the inning, but damage done. Expos take an early 2-0 lead going into the second. Terry Kennedy will be up for the Cardinals. Pitch to Kennedy. He's batting .269. 36 is the pitch. Blank space. Batter's card 34. Single to 7. Kennedy gets a leadoff single for the Cardinals. And they start off the second like they started off the first. Ken Reitz will be up. He's batting .245. Way below his average for the season in real life. Strategy roll says nothing. Pitch 23. Possible strikeout. Gets the strikeout. 1 down. Ken Oberkfell comes up batting .310. Strategy roll says nothing. Pitch to Oberkfell 63. Possible walk. We get another walk. Walks are wild today, it looks like, gentlemen. And that's going to be 2 on with 1 out. That's our 5th walk already. 2 innings between the 2 teams. Brings up Pete Vukovic. Pete Vukovic, strategy roll, says he's got a bunt. We will attempt a bunt. The infield's set for double play. That's a strange one, but hey, it is what it is. Pitch to Vukovic, 62. Error on the ground, so we're going to have to check a error on this too. We will open up because we're not ready. Very rarely are. We will open up our charts here. And the pitch for the bunt. The D20 will be the blue one. The red D6 will be for the fielder, and then we'll have to see what the error is on a different roll. That's a 9 going to the 3. He is a 3 bunter. 9 is a good bunt. 3 goes to the first baseman. We do check for the error. EG will be a number 1 if it is. That's going to be an error to the first baseman on a roll of 7 or less. And he is a 13, so it's not. That would be an out. Both runners advance. And we have a sacrifice hit, 3-4. All right, that brings up Gary Templeton with 2 out. Runners on second and third. He singled his last time up. Strategy, no 2 outs, no strategy roll. Pitch, 34. Possible hit by pitch, he's a -3. He's a 0, no hit by pitch. We go to the batter's card, 51, G6, out 6-3. Rogers gets out of that little jam. He's been in trouble both innings so far. Neither pitcher is very sharp. That brings up Ellis Valentine. Ellis Valentine's batting .317 on the season, right around his real life average. Pitch to him, 21 is a range play possibility. We got 62, star line 2, G6. Shortstop is Gary Templeton with a 5. Range play roll is a 5. It's now 6-3 on a good play by Templeton. And down goes Valentine, brings up Chris Spire, batting .247. Pitch to Spire, 61. Possible error, 26. It's a single 6. Shortstop is an 11. We have a 1. Single 6 for an error is a number 4. We're rolling against the no error check. This is just against the base runners a BR. So if it's higher than he's out, otherwise it's a single. And Spire is a 2. We roll a 6. It's out. So that's out 6. Forgot what I was doing already. Yeah, 26. Out 6-3. How easily we got out of control here. So Templeton's been flashing his glove this inning. That was a range play and a successful check on another VR. Could have been not a throwing error, but it was an error check. Brings up Steve Rogers with nobody on. He's batting .188 on the season. Pitch to him, 16. Possible strikeout against a righty. He is a righty. Strikeout, and he does. Surprise, surprise. And that will be that inning. Go to the third. Expos still lead 2-0. They're being out hit 2-1. Brings up Leon Durham, who has flown out the centers last time up. Pitch to him, 56. Possible strikeout. We get a strikeout. First leadoff batter of the game that Rogers has been able to retire. Brings up Keith Hernandez, who walked his last time up. Pitch to him, 36. Blank space, batter's card, 41. Single to 3. Single through the first baseman into right field. And Hernandez is on for Simmons. Simmons comes up. He flew out the centers last time. Strategy roll was nothing. Pitch to Simmons, 15. Blank space, batter's card, 32. D9, ouch. D9 is going to be a D9 first to second to home. No, first to third. Come on, D9, duh. First to home is a -1. Plus a -3. 2 makes it a -3. It's a 0. Not even going to try it. That's just a straight up double. And here we are again. Rogers is in trouble for the third straight inning. He's got runners on second and third with 1 out. George Hendrick up. He grounded out his last time up. Infield's playing in. Strategy roll says nothing. Pitch to Hendrick, 33. Blank space, batter's card, 16 is a G5. With the infield playing in, that's going to be a -2. If I send a runner, he's got to run a 1. I'm going to have the third baseman hold the runners and just go for the out at first base. That's going to be a 1 out, out 5-3 with no runner advancement. With the fielders playing in, that is a possibility. So there you have it. Playing in saved him a run. Brings up Terry Kennedy. He singled his last time up. Pitch to Kennedy, 2 out. Runners in second, third, 64. Goes to the ballpark, 42. F7. It gets out of another jam. He's been in trouble all day, but Rogers pulls through it. And he probably will not go deep into this game the way he's pitching. Ron LaFleur comes up. He walked and was caught stealing his first time up. Pitch to LaFleur, 65 as a possible strikeout, and he does strike out. Getting them low D20s on the strikeout and walk rolls this time. Rodney Scott comes up. He walked and scored his last time up. Pitch to him, 65 as a possible strikeout. Again, we get yet another strikeout. And now it looks like Vukovic is starting to get his groove here as he's struck out the last 3 batters faced and retired the last 7. Brings up Andre Dawson, who tripled and scored his last time up. Pitch to Dawson, 52 is a possible walk. And he does walk. Boy, we're getting all the calls on the K and W results this time. So that is the fourth walk for Vukovic. Just when we're starting to praise his pitching, he just went south again. Brings up Gary Carter, who struck out last time up. Pitched to Carter, 23. Go to the ballpark, 53. Star line 1 is a G4 out 4-3, and that ends the inning. Top of the fourth, Ken Reitz comes up. Reitz struck out last time up. Pitched to Reitz, 55. 55 is a possible walk because he is a righty. And we got to go to the batter's card. 51, F7, 1 down. Brings up Oberfell, who walked his last time up. Pitched to him, 46, possible strikeout. We get a strikeout. And Rogers wins that duel. Brings up Pete Vukovic, who who sacrificed bunted last time up, and pitched to him, 16, possible error. 62, G5, his error is a 10. We have a 19. It's going to be an out 5-3. 1, 2, 3 go to the Cards for the first time, and Rogers is starting to feel his groove a little bit maybe. Cromartie comes up for the Expos. He walked his last time up. Pitched in 56 and a wild pitch. Re-roll 64. Range play. Batter's card 65. P6. He is a 5. We roll a 5. That is a P6. Pops up to the shortstop. 1 down. Oops, and I put the third baseman. Duh. Pops up to the shortstop. All right, Larry Parrish will come up. He grounded out the second his first time up. Pitch to him, possible strikeout on a K. Result, batter's card 14 against the right-handed pitcher is a single to 6 through the shortstop into the left center. And that is going to be a 1-out base runner for Ellis Valentine, who grounded out his last time up. Strategy roll, nothing. Pitch. 56 is possible wild. We have 11. That's going to be a possible passed ball. And the catcher is a 3. We roll a 5. And I think higher is a passed ball. So that is a passed ball. And the batter moves to second. And that brings us to the pitch to Valentine. We do another strategy roll. Nothing going there. Pitch 15, possible home run question mark. We have an 8. It gets past Vukovic's card. Ellis Valentine against a righty is 15. We roll a 19, does not get the home run. We go to the batter's card 45. Question mark 9 on a 3 against a right-handed pitcher is a single. Single to 9. Single to 9, second to home with 1 out. +1. -1 is a 0. He is a 3. I'll try that. 4 does not. There is no attempt. So, okay. It's just a single and an advance to third. Chris Spire comes up, grounded out at third, or shortstop his last time up. Strategy roll. Possible bunt. I don't do bunts a lot. Those of you who watch my videos know that I usually backpedal on the strategy roll for bunts a lot. So we're just going to go ahead and straight up pitch. 54. Walk plus against a righty is actually a blank space, batter's card 65. G1. If they try the double play, it'll be a -1. And the runner could score if they don't get it. But we have he has propensity for grounding in the double play. So let's see what we got here. 3. -1 is a 2. That was a 163 double play. Goes up to a 3. +1 for that is a 4. So, and he does get a 163 double play. It gets out of the inning. All right. Still a 2-0 game. Tight despite all the base runners. Neither team seems to be able to put them across the plate. Templeton comes up for the third time. He singled and grounded out. Pitch to him is a 64. That is goes to the ballpark 65. Blank space is a rare play. And I got roll a 1-2, and I don't have the rare play ready here, so I have to draw that up real quick. Rare play, rare play, rare play. I actually got to go into the file location for that. Rare play, we have nobody on base. And I rolled a 1-2, which is pitcher grabs shoulder after injury. Injury check for the pitcher. That is Steve Rogers. He's an injury of 0. We roll a d6. That's a 1. No injury. Good. So we just repitch. All right, pitch from Rogers to Templeton again. 61. That's a star line. 4. G3. Out 3 unassisted. 1 down. Leon Durham flew out and struck out so far. This is his 3rd time up. Pitch to him, 26. Walk plus against the lefty. He is a lefty. He does walk. That's a runner on. 3rd walk surrendered by Rogers in this game. He is not sharp, but he still stands to get the win. Keith Hernandez comes up. He walked and singled. Strategy roll says nothing. Pitch, 63. Possible walk. We get to the batter's card, 62. Star line 6 is an F7, 2 down. No advance by the base runner. Flies out to the left fielder. That brings up Ted Simmons, the catcher, who was flown out the center and doubled. 2 outs, no strategy roll. Pitch to him, 21 is a possible home run. 12 gets past the pitcher's card. Against the right-hand pitcher, we have a 20. That is a no-brainer. Ted Simmons is going to tie the game with a blast. And all these free bases have finally come back to haunt Rogers as he gives up the 2-run homer, and the lead is now a tie ball game in the 5th inning with George Hendrick up, nobody on and 2 outs. Pitch is 54, S1, but he's not tired. Batter's card 33. Question mark 8 on a 20 is going to be an F8 against a right-handed pitcher. So he gets out of the inning, but the damage is done there. Simmons does a nice home run to tie the ball game up. Steve Rogers comes up to the plate. He's still looking pretty good on the tire rating, so I'm going to leave him in there to bat. Pitch to Rogers, 65, possible strikeout. He does strike out. Surprise, surprise. That's his 2nd strikeout of the game. Ron LaFleur comes up. He's walked and struck out. Got caught stealing also. 25 is the pitch to him. Possible strikeout. Goes to the batter's card. 21 L6. Lines out to the shortstop. 2 down. Brings up Rodney Scott, who has also walked, scored, and struck out. Pitch to Scott, 61. Possible error. Batter's card, 53. Star line 3 is a G3. First baseman is a 4. We have a 15. That is not going to be an error. And because we had to check for an error, I'm going to call that an out, 3-1. And the inning is over. Go back to the Cardinals. Top of the 6th. Steve Rogers against Kennedy. Kennedy singled and flown out the left field. Pitch to Kennedy. 42 is a range play. 44 on the batter's card is the G4. Rodney Scott is a 3. We roll a 1. That's an out, 4-3. Rodney Scott showing some glove work there. Ken Reitz, he struck out and flew out the left field. Pitch to Reitz, 14. Blank space, batter's card, 42. G4 out, 4-3. And Scott is the popular man this inning. Ken Oberkfell comes up. He's walked and he is struck out. Pitch to Oberkfell, 32. Possible walk. He does walk. Wow. You're getting a lot of walks this game. And neither pitchers really walked too many in their previous outings. This time, both Rogers is up to 4, and so is Vukovic. So it's been a weird game. That brings Vukovic up to the plate. He is still looking pretty good tire-wise also, so he will take the plate. There is no strategy with 2 outs, so we go ahead and pitch to Vukovic. He has reached bunted, sacrifice bunted, and grounded out. 33 is the pitch to him, blank space, batter's card, 45. Star line 2 is a G6 out, 6-3. Inning is over. And we go to the bottom of the sixth to a 2-2 game. Andre Dawson comes up for the Expos. Pitch to Dawson. Dawson is tripled, scored, and walked. Pitch to him, 32's blank space, batter's card 32 again, out F8, flies out to center field, one down. Oh boy, I hit the wrong buttons. That's all right. Fortunately, I have an undo button. Gary Carter comes up. He struck out and grounded out. Pitch to Carter is a 42. Possible strikeout. Against a righty, he goes to the batter's card 41. Star line 5 is a fly ball to center field. 2 fly balls to center field. 2 down. Brings up Warren Camardi, who has walked and popped up the shortstop. Pitch to Camardi, 44. Possible strikeout. And he does strike out 1, 2, 3. Very rare 1, 2, 3, but that's the second in a row for Vukovic. So he might be settling down a little bit. Neither pitcher's been sharp. Rogers comes up in the seventh, and this will probably be his last inning the way he's been pitching. He'll be facing Templeton, Durham, and Hernandez. Templeton is singled, grounded out twice. Pitch to Templeton, 61, is a star line 6, which is in a fly ball to left field. Out F7. And that brings up Leon Durham, who has flown out, struck out, walked, and scored. Pitch to Durham, 1-1, range play. Batter's card 35, star line 1 is a G4, second baseman's a 3. Rodney Scott again, and he gets a 5. This time it gets past him. Scott can't corral the grounder, and it goes to left center for a base hit. Leon Durham's on first. Tie ball game in the seventh. We will be rolling strategy. Keith Hernandez is at the plate. He has walked, singled, and flown out to the left. Strategy roll. Nothing. Pitch. 62. EG question mark. 65 on the batter's card. F8. There will be no check for an EG, I believe. There is no check, so that's just a fly ball to center field and no movement from the batter. Out F8, 2 down. And that brings up the deadly Ted Simmons, who has flown out, doubled, and homered to tie the game. Pitch to Simmons, 51. Blank space, batter's card 54. Fly ball to right field. Gave it a ride, but not deep enough. Oops, good Lord, I'm hitting the wrong buttons today. Undo that. Reached on there. We get rid of that, and we go out F9. Let's get our act together here. All right. Bottom of the seventh. Tie game 2-2. Expos send Larry Parrish to the plate. Vukovic is still going to stay out there. Parrish is grounded out and singled. Pitch to Parrish, 14. Blank space, batter's card 51. Star line 1 is now 4-3. That brings up Ellis Valentine, who's grounded out and singled also. Pitch to Valentine, 54 is a walk plus against the lefty. He is a righty. Blank space, 23. Batter's card. Star line 6 is a fly ball to right field. 2 down. Chris Spire grounded out twice. Once was a double play. Pitch to him, 15. Possible home run. 2 gets us past the pitcher's card, but against Vukovic, he's going to need a 2 or less. 19, not going to cut it. Batter's card 31. G6 out 6-3. He got on top of that one and sent a meat grounder to shortstop for the third out. Out 6-3. It was a juicy pitch. He just couldn't handle it. All right, we go to the top of the eighth. Rogers is now tired. I am going to do a double switch. Spire was the last one to come to bat, so we're going to go ahead and bring out the pitchers. Will go to 8. And we're going to have shortstop Tony Bernazard. He'll be coming in on the 9th slot. Oops, 6, 9. And then we will go to my pitchers. Pitching status to see who we're bringing in. 8th inning. for the Cardinals. Be Kim Seaman. Oh boy, did I just do that? Yes, I did. We still have. Oh no, it wasn't the Cardinals. Woody Fryman. Duh. I'm reading the wrong thing. I get confused easy. Woody Fryman. We're looking for the Expos, not the Cardinals. Woody Fryman. It's calling him not ready here. I know. I wonder why that is. They keep doing updates to Excel, and it doesn't update my um, values the way it should. Let me go check that real quick on the Expos page. Sorry about this. You guys shouldn't have to sit through this, but it's one of those things. He's showing as active on my pitching status, which is current. So he should be active over here on my. And now he is. Yeah, it didn't update the values correctly when I hit the team. So I'm not even going to bother to fix that. I'll go by my pitching status. He's okay to come out there. Let's go Fryman 1. And he's got a 5 and a 2 for tire rating. We've got new pitcher, double switch, ninth, shortstop, Bernazard, one Spire. Pitchers come into eighth. That's going to be Woody Fryman. Make sure everything's the way I want it to be out here. And yes, Fryman takes over for Bernazard. Bernazard takes over for the pitcher. And we are good to go. All right, Woody Fryman comes in. He is 31 innings pitched. He has a record of 3 wins, 1 loss, and 5 saves, 3.48 ERA, and opponents batting .234 against him. He'll be facing Hendrick, Kennedy, and Reitz. Hendrick is grounded out twice and flown out. Pitch to Hendrick, 62, blank space batter's card 36, fly ball to left field, 1 down out of 7. Brings up Terry Kennedy, who is singled, flown out, and grounded out. Pitch to Kennedy, 21, blank space batter's card 22, G6 out 6-3, 2 down. Brings up Ken Reitz. He is struck out, flown out, and grounded out. Pitch to Reitz, 45. Against the righty is a blank space batter's card 64, G6 out 6-3. Fryman puts him down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Expos will be sending Bernazard, LaFleur, and Scott to the mound. Vukovic is still probably good for another inning yet. He's still got 3 and 4. So we're going to go ahead and keep him in there. Pitch to Bernazard. Bernazard comes in batting .242, which is above his real life pace. Pitch to him, 61. Possible error. Bernazard's card, 61. Against the righty is a G4. Error check on a second baseman is a 3. 16's too high. Out 4-3 for Bernazard. Ron LaFleur comes up. He's walked, got caught stealing, struck out, and lined out to the shortstop. Pitch to LaFleur, 1-1. Hit by pitch, -4 and a 0. I mean, a 1 goes down below, so we're just going straight to the batter's card. 14, G3, out 3 unassisted, 2 down. Boy, Montreal started out tough with hot with 2 runs in the first inning, and they've just slowly petered off. And the last 9, 10, 12 batters have all been retired in order. So St. Louis pitcher Vukovic has gotten his act together here in the late innings. Rodney Scott comes up. He's walked, scored, struck out, and grounded out. Pitch to Scott is 43. Range play at would go to the ballpark 55. Home run to the pool, but wrong batter to have up there for that role. That is going to be a fly out too. He's batting left. That's going to be a fly out to right field out of F9. We do have to do a range play on that, though. Durham is a 4, and we roll a 3. That is out F9. Durham comes through with the play. Nice range play out there in right field for him. All right, we got the top of the ninth, Fryman. Fryman's still pretty good. He did a 1-2-3. I could try and leave him out there. He's going to be facing Oberkfell, Vukovic if I don't decide to pull him out, and Templeton. Fryman's good against Oberkfell, left on left, so I'm going to go ahead and keep him in there for the time being. Pitch to Oberkfell. Oberkfell's walked twice and struck out. Pitch to him, 16 is a possible strikeout, and he gets struck out for the second time. So that's going to bring up Vukovic. He has pitched well for the last how many innings? But it's time to start thinking about winning the game. So against the lefty, I am going to go ahead and pull in a pinch hitter. And for the Cardinals, that is going to be, against the lefty, Keith Smith. Go over here to our teams. Vukovic out, backspace. I don't know what they're going to be. Keith Smith comes in as the pinch hitter. Go back to Smith comes in batting 333. He's had three at-bats so far this season. He was 129 in real life. He's a righty against a lefty. I'm going to leave Fryman in there. We are in extra innings, and we didn't have a whole lot of active pitchers, so I'm going to see what happens here. Pitch for Fryman, 45. Against the righty is a blank space. Batter's card for Smith, 62. Flies out to the right fielder, 2 down. And Fryman is now tired. I'm going to try and get the third batter with him, Gary Templeton. Templeton is singled, grounded out twice, and flown out. Pitch to Templeton, 52. Possible walk. Nope, goes to the batter's card, 42. D7. Ouch. And now comes the question, do I keep him in there with the game in the balance against Leon Durham, who is a lefty? I think I will. Durham is flown out to center field, struck out, walked, scored, and singled. Lefty on lefty. I like that matchup, though. Yeah, we'll keep him in there for it. He is tired, so if I roll something in parentheses, that could be problematic. Pitch to Durham is 51, possible strikeout. And we get the strikeout to end the inning, and Fryman comes through. Keeps it at a 2-2 game going into the bottom of the ninth. Vukovic got pinch hit for, and the last batter was Durham in right field, so Keith Smith can actually come in and play right field. Yes, he can. So we'll put Smith in at right field. We're going to go ahead and pull out Durham, put the pitchers in at the second slot. And defense. Durham gets pulled for Smith. Then we're just going to bring a new pitcher in for the second slot. And this is the ninth inning. And that is John Littlefield, batting second. New pitcher, batting second. Littlefield. All right, Littlefield comes in. His tire rating is a 5 and a 3. Littlefield comes in, 30 innings pitched, 0 wins, 3 losses, 5 saves, 3.56 ERA. Opponent's batting 276 against him. He'll be facing Dawson, Carter, and Cromartie, the heart of the lineup. Bottom of the ninth. Can the Expos get a walk-off? Andre Dawson has tripled, scored, walked, and flown out to center field. Pitched to him, 14. Question marks against a right-handed batter. 1-12 is a single, but it's a 15, so we go to the batter's card, 21. Star line 2. gets the Hawk out 5-3, grounds out to the third baseman, one down, facing Gary Carter, who is struck out, grounded out, and flown out. I'll keep Carter in, though. He is a game changer. Pitch to Carter is a 34. Blank space batter's card, 44. Against a right-handed pitcher is a fly ball to center field, two down. Littlefield is doing his job. Brings up Warren Cromartie, who has walked, popped up to the shortstop, and struck out. Cromartie is a lefty on a righty. We'll keep that matchup. Pitch to Cromartie, 45 is a range play at. We go to the ballpark, 53. Star line 1 is a G4. We go Ken Oberkfell, who's a 3. We get a 1. That is an out for the 3 on a great fielding play by Oberkfell to end the inning, and we go into extras with Keith Hernandez coming up. He'll be not facing Fryman. Warren Cromartie was the last one to bat. We have the pitcher's slot coming up next time, so let's see if we have a first baseman to bring out. Do a double switch here. We still have Tom Hutton. He can play first base, so let's do that. 3 and 8. We'll bring Hutton in. We'll vacate the 5th slot. Put the pitchers in the 5th slot. And our pitcher will be 10th inning. Elias Sosa. Let's see here. I have Tom Hutton coming in on the 8th slot, playing first base. And the pitcher's going to the 5th slot. That's going to be Elias Sosa. All right. We'll go back out. Come back in. We'll hit Sosa up here, and that should give me everything correctly. And my helper, Sosa, comes in tire rating of 6 and 3. He has 33 innings pitched. He's a 3 wins, 4 losses, 4 saves, 4.05 ERA. Opponent's batting .275 against him. He'll be facing Hernandez, Simmons, and Hendrick, the heart of the Cardinal order. Hernandez has walked, singled, flown out twice. Pitch from Sosa to Hernandez, 32 is a possible strikeout. Batter's card does not get the strikeout. 1-3. Star line 4 is an out 4-3. 1 down. Gets past the dangerous batter. And Hernandez can always be scary, but Simmons is the one that's done the damage this game. He has flown out twice, doubled, and homered to tie the game. Against Sosa, he'll be batting left. Pitch to Simmons is going to be a 4-6 possible walk, and they pitched around Simmons to send him to first base on a walk. One batter on, or one runner on, for George Hendrick, who is grounded out twice, flown out twice, righty on righty. He is always dangerous, batting .318. I'm going to keep him in there. Strategy roll, nothing. Pitch, 44. Blank space batter's card, 35. G5, 5-4-3 double play attempt. He is a 3. -1 is a 2. -1 is a 1. +1 is a 2. We get a 1. Wow, 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. Well, that's a chance to take. At this point, I start leaving sometimes batters in there because we don't know when it's going to end. And a 300 batter I'm going to leave in there. We might need all the double switching and stuff we can get just to stretch our pitchers out here. Littlefield, he can last another inning. He'll be facing Parrish, Valentine, and Hutton. And Parrish has grounded out twice and singled. Pitch to Parrish, 23. Parrish, 23 is a batter. Stadium card roll, 32. G3, out 3 unassisted, 1 down. Brings up Ellis Valentine, who's grounded out, singled, and flown out. Pitch to Valentine, 1-1, blank space, batter's card, 64, D7. Uh-oh. Valentine on second. I want to leave a little field in there against Hutton. Hutton is batting .250. He's first at bat for the game. Lefty against the righty. You know what? Hendrick was the last one up. Let's do a double switch for them too. Let's pull a center fielder switch here for the Cardinals. What do we got here? We're gonna have to be creative here. See if I can remember all this. We got Jorgen. He can come in and play left field, right field. We also have Tony Scott. No, he can play center field. Tony Scott. Tony Scott will come in. 8 and 2. So that'll put the pitchers in the fifth slot. And our pitcher in the late innings will be Jim Otten. So, new pitcher, double switch. We have Scott coming in, center field, second slot. Pitcher's going to fifth. I went and blocked everything off. Let's go ahead and cancel all that real quick and do that so I can actually see what I'm doing. New pitcher, double switch. Scott coming in. We have him 8 and 2. He's running center field, batting second. We have the pitchers coming in the fifth slot, and we had Otten coming. Okay, there we go. Trying to keep all that straight sometimes is tough. Otten 1. And that brings in a better center fielder in Tony Scott. That also brings in a fresh arm in Jim Otten. He's a 8 and 4 tire rating. Otten has 24 innings pitched. He's 3 wins, 2 losses, no saves, 4.50 ERA with opponents batting 293 against him. He'll be facing Hutton. Probably not the best matchup, but we'll see if we can get the best of him. Hutton comes in batting 250. It's his first step out of the game after coming in on a double switch. The pitch to Hutton is going to be with a runner on second. We are in the 10th inning, so we can still roll strategy, which is no strategy. Pitch to Hutton, 43. EG question mark. Hutton's guard 23 is a star line 4. F7. EG on an F7. Do we check that or not? EG on an F7. No, we do not. So that's going to be a fly ball to the left field. Second to third would be a -3. We're not going to try that, so that's going to be a fly out to left field. Hutton does not get the job done. Otten does get the job done. We still have a runner on second, 2 out, and Tony Bernazard coming up. He grounded out his last time up. Pitch to Bernazard. He'll be batting left, 34. Got the blank space for a lefty. 43, star line 2, out 6-3. Otten gets the job done, strands the runner on second base, and we continue to play innings here in the 11th. Elias Sosa facing Kennedy, Reitz, and Oberkfell. He's still good for probably this inning. If he can stay out of trouble. Kennedy has singled, grounded out twice, flown out. Pitch to Kennedy, 33, is a trip to the ballpark. We roll a 61. That's a rare play. Nobody on. We roll a 6 and a 2. 3-2 pitch called strike 3. Hitter argues call and gets thrown out of the game. Adds insult to injury. He is going to strike out. Kennedy's going to strike out, and he's going to get kicked out of the game. And in an extra inning game like this, you really don't want that to happen. But, hey, what can you do? I am going to go ahead and do the switch on the defense screen for the Cardinals, or actually for the. Hold on a second. I did that on the wrong page. Oh boy, here we go again, screwing up. Hate it when I screw up. We are on the top of the 11th. Kennedy is struck out. He is not the one. Yeah, he is. Batter gets. Oh boy, see, I'm a mess sometimes. I am a mess sometimes. We will go to, yes, the Cardinals defensive screen to replace Kennedy. And we're going to come over here to the team. See how easily I can get messed up. Kennedy's a 7-6. We're going to have to bring in York, 7-6, which does a couple of things. York, I don't think is a bad fielder, but it gives us one less player to work with, and we're starting to run out of them. I think we still have Phillips and Ramsey both available, and Bonds. I didn't see Bonds up there. Bonds is not that good of a player this year, so York's going to come in at left field. Let's do a defensive replacement over here, taking out Kennedy, replacing York. Yes, and we're going to go to the lineup manager. Yes, we're going to show hidden players. Go down here to Kennedy, and we're going to place in the York at left field. We are good. All right. Ken Reach. That way I don't forget to do it later. Ken Reach will come up. Reach has struck out, blown out, grounded out twice. Against Sosa. Righty on righty, pitch 26, range play, batter's card 31, S8, center fielder is Dawson with a 4. We get a 3, that's from a center to a single to a fly ball. Dawson showing the glove work in the center field to save a hit, and that will bring up Ken Oberkfell. Ken Oberkfell has walked twice, struck out twice. Pitch to Oberkfell, 66 is another range play, 32, G4. Second baseman is Rodney Scott with a 3. He rolls a 1, and the glove work continues to be shown as we go out 4-3, and down go the Cardinals. Bottom of the 11th, and I'll be right back. I got to pause this quick and take care of something. All right, going back and forth with my son. He might come down tonight to see me. Okay, let's see here. Where was I? Bad move. Bottom of the 11th. LaFleur, Scott, and Dawson coming in against Otten. Otten can last another inning, so we'll keep him in there. LaFleur is walked, struck out, lined out, and grounded out. Let's see what he can do today. I'm going to keep him in there too. Pitch to him, 36. Home run question mark. The 19's too high for the pitcher's card, so we go straight to the batter's card, 42. Single to 8. LaFleur is on with a single, and that is dangerous. And in a tie game, I will roll strategy in the late innings. LaFleur is very, very dangerous on the base pass. That was a mistake for Ott. That's going to bring up Rodney Scott, who has walked, struck out. He's walked, scored, struck out, grounded out, and flown out. Strategy roll says LaFleur is going to go for it too. 17, minus 0, minus 0. That's a 17 to go, and he's 16. He rolled high again, but he got the stolen base. And LaFleur goes to second. He is now 1 for 1 on the base pass today. I will also roll strategy again for him on second base. I do that for strategy rolls. I don't mind rolling multiple attempts for a base an at bat because I have seen guys before steal twice on an at bat. So here we go. Nope, pickoff attempt though. And we roll a 1. Wow. That's a balk. Holy cow. And there you go. Disruptions on the base pass puts the runner on third with nobody out. And the inning has just gone to crap real quick for the Cardinals as not Rodney Scott, Ron LaFleur comes in and does what he does the best, and that's disrupt the pitching and gets a runner on in good scoring position for the Expos. Let me get a sip of coffee here to get my brain going. All right, so what we have here is nobody out. The dangers of LaFleur on third base, A fly ball or a single will win the game. It is Otten's game. I'm a firm believer in um, back in the 80s of it when a guy isn't tired, they will leave him in there, especially the Cardinals. And I believe we have. Let's get our pitching out here and look at our availability. Playoffs times, I'd probably play this a little bit differently, but it is the 11th of July. I still have Don Hood available. Littlefield already pitched. Silvio Martinez, but he's a starter. Otten does have a start coming up, so maybe I will pull him. Seaman's available, and Uria's available. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I will pull him out. He has not done well with keeping LaFleur under control. So let's see here. Pitcher's slot is 5. So I don't really have to do a double steal. Oberkfeld's good enough at second base where I want to. I'm not double steal, a double switch. So let's just go ahead and see who our pitcher role is. Tim Seaman. Go ahead and bring him in the 5th slot. See if they can do anything different. Otten was not tired, but he just did not handle the LaFleur situation real well. Not many pitchers did. He's coming in 5th. That's going to be Seaman. And Seaman, make sure everything's the way I want it to be. Seaman, yeah. I mean, we had already done the double switch to accommodate Otten last inning, and so the slot's not coming up for a while yet. So we'll just bring Seaman in there at the 5th slot. So Tim Seaman then will come in at. Oops, and I am messing up royally here when you move the screens. That goes off. Seaman comes in with 12 innings pitched. He has not looked good so far. 1 win, 2 losses, a save, 5.11 ERA, and a .308. It's going to move Scott to the right side. Big, 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 big deal here. Another pickoff attempt. No, that just didn't clear. One would have been a possible steal gone home, and we don't do that. All right. Oh no, I rolled D20. Duh. Nothing going on. So let's go with the pitch to Rodney Scott. Runner on third. Big pitch. 36. Possible strikeout. Gets the strikeout. Nope. Batter's card. I hit the wrong button. 13 is too high for his strikeout. Rodney Scott's strikeout. Gets the left-hand pitcher. He wouldn't have even had him against the righty, so it doesn't matter. We go to the batter's card, 41. Single to 1, and that's going to do it. Rodney Scott gets the walk-off single in the 11th inning. That's going to be a loss for Otten, a win for Sosa, and the Cardinals win the ball game. Let's call up the box score real quick. Quite a busy box score with all the late inning shufflings there. As you see, Otten loses his 3rd game. He's now 3-3. And Sosa wins his 4th. He is now 4-4 with good solid 2 innings of pitching. Walked 1 and struck out 1. And the Cardinals lose the game. Go to 38-44. The Expos win. Go to 41-38. Thanks everybody for joining me. This is Inside Pitch by Inside Sports Games, designed by Chris Davis. And what a game we had there tonight as the Expos walk it off against the Cardinals. You all have a good night. Thanks for joining me, and see you next time.